health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to the show. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk Nutrition. Glad you could stop by today. Hope you're having a good day wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show and whatever you may be doing. There's a lot going on. The theme would be environmental. There are a number of stories and studies trending, stories about studies too, that are trending that tap into something I've talked about on this show a lot. I brought it up again this week, and that sometimes when I talk about the environment and certain chemicals and the toxic world and toxic environment, a lot of that seems real abstract to people unless you are one of many who are affected by these toxic chemicals. I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. So where are we? Reggie's in the studio here today. Katie is taking care of some personal matters, and she'll be back on Monday. And Jason is working the board. Not the Jason from the movies, but this is the nicer Jason version.
Much nicer than the Jason from the movies. I'm much nicer than that.
That wouldn't take much, brother.
I'm very grateful for that as well.
How have you been?
I've been very well. Always good to see you and getting the chance to fill in for Katie.
Well, it's nice to see you. What have you been doing these days? What are you doing?
Staying busy. A lot of sports talk is what I spend most of my time on, and living the dream.
So you do a lot of sports talk radio.
Yes.
Are the Rays going to be in the playoffs?
That's the $40 million question right now. I think they have a chance. It's theirs to lose. Put it that way.
Okay. Are they going to keep the baseball team here in Florida?
Geez, that's like the $1 billion question.
Yeah. Or are they going to become the Montreal Rays?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's a remarkable thing. The team doesn't have the budget of the Yankees. It just doesn't, and it performs off the chain. They're a very good team. Guess what? Nobody's going to the games, right? And it's been a big deal in this community where they put the stadium in the first place in St. Petersburg. I mean, it's caused a lot of unhealthy conversation in the community, right?
I think it's safe to say that when the stadium was built, I don't think they had any idea that in 2020 now they would still be playing there. I don't think that was Tropicana Field's intent.
Yeah, it's it's no longer called Tropicana.
No, it is Tropicana Field.
Oh, it's still called Tropicana.
Yes.
A bank think it has a bank name like Bank of whatever Field.
Right.
All right. Well, it's nice to have you here. That was just a little sidebar, And you're always down the other end of the hall down there with
most of the time.
Yeah.
I do try and do a little bit for everybody, but most of the time.
Well, it's nice to have you here. Thanks for working the board today. All right. Let's do this little tutorial. Initials to keep in mind are PFAS. All right. What does PFAS mean? It means per and polyfluoroalkyl substances. These are chemicals that have made their way into the industrial world. And they're used in a variety, not only of industrial products, but agricultural, military, commercial product applications as well, including you'll find these PFAs in firefighting foams, stain or water repellent fabric coatings, non-stick cookware. It's part of day-to-day life. Most people walking the earth right now, if you said, what does PFAS mean, they wouldn't know what you're talking about. They would have no concern. But it might be coursing through their bloodstream and settling into their cells and tissues. Well, how do I know this? It's not that I'm a soothsayer. I know this because right now, as we speak, there is great concern that these PFAs have made their way into the water system in Michigan. And so they're struggling. The CNN did a report this very day, this very morning, and I was listening to it, and I had talked about it about 2 weeks ago. The story on PFAS, per polyfluoroalkyl compounds. These are dangerous compounds. So in the story for CNN, and I'm giving them attribution, I'll build off of that story, they referenced this woman named Tammy Cooper. And like many other families and moms and whatnot, drinking out of the faucet. And she, up until about 3 weeks ago, she was drinking water from her tap. I don't know when the last time it was where I drew a glass of water from a tap and drank it. I have no memory of ever doing that. That's how long it's been. Maybe I honestly, if you pin me down and say, when was the last time you did that? I don't know. I don't recall. It's been decades. That's when she saw a warning on Facebook. Now, here's where social media serves a good purpose. For residents of her small western Michigan town. And what was the message? Don't drink the water. She had to learn that on Facebook. In Michigan, the CNN story said that water main breaks aren't unusual, although they're more common in winter. Okay. So it didn't occur to Ms. Cooper, this wasn't sort of out of the ordinary. She's just thinking maybe it's a water main break. But the Facebook message made no mention in the CNN story of the run-of-the-mill breaks of chloroform warnings. Rather, the city's July post said, quote, "We have just been informed this afternoon by the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality that the PFAS level in the city well is 1,400 parts per trillion, the limit being 70 ppts. Now, close quote. So here you have this ordinary person living her life, drinking water out of the faucet, happens to be on Facebook, and sees this warning from the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality about PFAs. Now, what would she know about that? Probably not much. So, this is the situation most people find themselves in. The people in this community in Michigan have been advised to use bottled water even for cooking, for drinking, making baby formula. I don't even know if you should shower with it, bathe with it. But Miss Cooper, probably a pretty smart person and had great instincts, felt there's something's amiss here. So these PFAs, as I said, these per or polyfluoroalkyl substances are part of a family, constitute a family of more than 4,000 synthetic chemicals that degrade slowly over time, if at all, in the environment in which we live. There's more to this story. Come back, I'm going to tell you more about it. And then other environmental stories. That's the theme here for sure for this first hour. It'll occupy most of our time. We do live in a toxic world. You must become more aware. I'm glad you're listening to the show today. If you don't know what PFAs are, by the time I'm done, you will know and you understand. And you might even have some in your own body, a body burden that has that as part of your chemical makeup that you don't need. You're listening and watching Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast and globally. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. It's me, your immune system. I'm always hard at work defending you against the many disease-causing viruses and bacteria that you are exposed to every day. But sometimes I need help to defeat the bad bugs. Luckily, our friends at Kyolic have come to the rescue. Kyolic has 2 super immune-enhancing supplements, Kyolic Immune Formula 103 and Kyo Green Harvest Blend Immune Defense. Kyo Green Harvest Blend is a power-packed blend of organic and naturally sourced grasses, ancient grains, fruits, veggies, herbal extracts, and spirulina in a fast-dissolving drink mix for a quick and easy way to support immunity. Kyolic Immune Formula 103 combines immune-boosting nutrients with aged garlic extract. Aged garlic extract has been clinically shown to support a healthy immune response and reduce both the duration and severity of cold and flu symptoms. Help me protect you with Kyolic supplements and nutritional drink mixes to fortify your immune health today. Available at fine natural health retailers.
The science of psychology tells us there is a connection between looking more attractive and having more self-confidence. One way to look more attractive is to have healthy-looking hair. Ridgecrest Herbal's award-winning Hair Revive can support healthy, attractive hair. Hair Revive is formulated with a stress-fighting complex, hair growth ingredients, a hormone balancing complex, and Chinese herbs. Taken together, the ingredients in Hair Revive promote hair growth, encourage healthier, thicker-looking hair, and support recovery from damaging hairstyling techniques, harsh chemicals, and daily stress. So start looking more attractive with healthier, thicker, and shinier hair with Ridgecrest Herbal's Hair Revive. Visit rcherbals.com for more information or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad. That's 1-800-242-4649. This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of the nationally syndicated health talk show, Let's Talk Nutrition. Way too often, dietary supplements cost way too much. Not so at Vitamin Discount Center. Here's why. BDC sells leading national brands up to 50% off MSRP every day. Competitors' prices are matched for identical products with proof of price. If you're in the military or are a first responder, you get an additional 10% off BDC's already discounted prices. BDC even offers case discounts. And you can get connected with BDC's VIP mobile text program for additional savings and customer rewards throughout the month. The choice is clear. You can save at Vitamin Discount Center. For a store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com or call 813-907-7066. That's 813-907-7066. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Want to get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult? Try PGX from Natural Factors. This revolutionary product is clinically shown to help people achieve their ideal body weight in a safe, natural way. PGX helps you feel full for hours, dramatically reduces the glycemic index of any food or meal, and ultimately causes the release of the compounds that achieve 2 important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. As medical doctor Mark Hyman said in his best-selling book, Eat Fat, Get Thin, if you choose to use only one supplement, PGX is the most important. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need the tremendous support of PGX from Natural Factors. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, visit pgx.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. Ancient Nutrition, nutrition for a modern world. Reviva Labs, the natural skincare authority. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
PFAS, per or polyfluoroalkyl substances. In 1946, DuPont introduced Teflon. It goes way back then to the world, right? And I'm giving attribution to the Environmental Working Group. They've done a lot of work on these chemicals. And Teflon really did change the lives of people in their day-to-day life, in the kitchen and whatnot. But these coatings are used for many things, not just fry pans and pots and pans and whatnot. Turns out that these chemicals, and there are 4,000 types or varieties of PFAs here, thousands of them. This family of compounds, including Teflon, commonly called PFAs, is found not only in pots and pans, as I'm suggesting, but it's also found in the blood of humans around the world, including according to the Environmental Working Group, 99% of Americans. 99%. That might include you and me. PFA chemicals pollute water. They tend not to break down or degrade over time. These are called sometimes forever chemicals, just what we need, and remain in the environment and in people for decades. Scientists refer to them, and you can find this phrase, as, quote, forever chemicals, close quote. You just can't make this up. Again, this seems so abstract. You say you got this guy on the radio talking about these chemical compounds. I live in Detroit. I live in Tallahassee. I live in Tuscaloosa. I live in Oklahoma. What does that have to do with me? The answer is everything. Since 2001, when we had there was news about contamination of drinking water near a Teflon plant in West Virginia. You probably don't even remember that story, probably maybe not even heard of it. The Environmental Working Group began doing research and advocating and talking about PFAS chemicals. And you should go to their website at ewg.org, and you can learn a lot about these chemicals. As I said, they are a family of thousands of chemicals used to make water, grease, and stain repellent coatings for all kinds of consumer goods, industrial applications, military applications, probably medical applications, and they're notorious in their reputation and notoriously persistent in the environment and in the human body. Well, that would be fine if they were benign. They're not benign. They have been associated with a quite robust constellation of disorders and diseases and conditions. Now, there are two, it turns out, and I'll talk about that. There are two varieties or two types of PFAS chemicals. One is called PFOS and PFOAs. These, the manufacture, use, and importation of both of those types are effectively banned in the United States. They're not allowed to use them. That's how toxic they are. But there is evidence, the EWG points out, to suggest that the next generation of PFAS chemicals that have replaced them may be just as notorious and toxic. These PFA chemicals pollute the water. They don't break down, and they remain in the environment, and they are called the forever chemicals for decades and decades. There are people dying right now, as I speak, documented, on the record, talking to the media, because they've been contaminated with these chemicals. These were people, just like you and me, living their life, drinking water out of the faucet, using various consumer products, and being contaminated with these chemicals. Studies have linked PFAS chemicals to testicular, kidney, liver, and pancreatic cancer, weakened childhood immunity, low birth weight, endocrine disruption. Your hormones just get all upside down. Increased cholesterol, weight gain in children and dieting adults. That's some of it. I suspect that it's even more deleterious than that. And you may be wondering, well, what about my community? Are these chemicals in the water? Those people in Michigan, the lady in Michigan that I pointed out, Miss Cooper, she was just happened to be on Facebook. There wasn't a fire truck alarm alert, sirens, whistles blowing to the community, stop drinking the water. Can't make it up. I mean, I don't know. And so we're trusting, and we hope and we trust that government officials, state, local, and federal, are protecting us. The federal government is there to protect you. It's there to make sure that that's one of the things it needs to do, and to put laws and regulations in place so that your health, safety, and welfare are protected. I know some people just rail at the federal government. Believe you me, that's the last outfit you want going out of business. So you got to think through what your criticism is. And it's their job to figure this stuff out and to protect people. Those people in Flint, what happened to those people is absolutely, unequivocally criminal. And whoever was responsible for that should be put in jail. Those children, God knows how many, will be affected for the rest of their life. Makes me mad. Come back. There's so much more to tell you about this story and these chemicals. Then there are some other chemicals that can affect other parts of your body. I'll tell you about that story that's trending. Oh, my goodness. LTN, coast to coast and globally, trying to clean up the environment.
Don't be stressed out or anxious. Take Hempenol, the only raw CO2 hemp extract available. It's 100% organic with wild oreganol P73 extract. You might have heard about CBD, but there's no comparison. Hempenol has the power and potency you need to support your nervous system, stay calm and focused, and maintain a healthy immune system. Unlike other CBD oils, Hempenol contains the full spectrum of phytocannabinoids. Take Hempenol and feel great. And if you suffer from insomnia and can't seem to get that full night's rest, try Hempenol PM. Hempenol PM is specifically formulated to get you the rest you need without feeling sluggish when you wake. It's non-addictive, completely natural, and leaves you feeling energetic and ready to take on the day. To place your order, to find out where to find Hempenol in your area, call 1-800-243-5242, 800-243-5242, or visit us at oreganol.com.
Your shot at a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000 spending cash now. Text the nationwide keyword dinner to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's dinner to 200-200.
Hey friends, this is Frank Cotto, the host of the Business Happy Hour. Myself, Ryan Pelkey, and Doug Ford will be live every Wednesday at 11 a.m. We're the #1 show for business and entrepreneurship in Tampa, so tune in every Wednesday on 1250 live at 11 a.m.
News on 1250 WHNZ.
A quarter century after his first murder, a serial killer will be put to death. Gary Ray Bowles is sentenced to die at 6 p.m. at Florida State Prison in Stark. The 57-year-old was convicted of killing 6 gay men over 8 months, starting in 1994. Testimony is underway in the trial of Michael Draka, the Clearwater man accused of manslaughter for shooting Marquise McLaughlin to death in a dispute over a handicapped parking space. Tyler Kelly told the court he encountered Draka before the event and says he made violent threats.
He told me that I was lucky. He said if I had a gun, he said I could have shot him. I said, I feel sorry that you would feel that way.
Prosecutors called Draka a ticking time bomb. The search for 2 missing firefighters is now at situation critical, and with the search almost a week old, time has become the enemy. With Florida's News, I'm Chris Trankman.
Serious crash in Manatee County blocks all lanes on northbound I-75 just north of State Road 64, and traffic jammed up from before State Road 70, so avoid northbound 75 if you can. Also, we're still seeing delays on westbound I-4 from the Plant City area over towards McIntosh Road. That's all due to an earlier crash, now clear. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm, Abrahamson Utica Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line, 866-545-9595.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Indeed.com. Indeed, used by over 3 million businesses for hiring, where business owners and HR professionals can post job openings with screener questions, then sort, review, and communicate with candidates from an online dashboard. Learn more at Indeed.com/hire.
Welcome back to CarMax Will Buy It. Let's jump right back into the action. A used minivan with 200,000 miles. Cassandra.
CarMax will buy it.
That's correct. The car you're driving now. Cassandra again.
CarMax will buy it.
You're on a roll. Any car at all, no matter what. Jerry?
Is the answer CarMax will buy it?
That's right, because CarMax buys all the cars, no matter what. No questions asked. CarMax will buy it.
Lowe's helps pros like you do the job right by having more of what you need in stock, and it's savings you can count on every day. Like Valspar 2000 Paint Plus Primer starting at just $19.98 a gallon. And whether you're updating properties or building new homes, get up to 40% off select appliance special values with 4-piece kitchen suites as low as $1,160. For your next job and every job after, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Appliance offer valid through September 11th. U.S. only.
From the 1250 WHNZ Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center. Rely on Rude.
Your Tampa Bay forecast, sunny early, then a 30% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, high 93. Tonight, clearing skies, low 78. Tomorrow, sunshine early, then partly cloudy with a 30% rain chance, high 93. For more news, weather, and traffic, tune to WFLA at 94.5 in St. Pete, 105.9 in Tampa, or 99.1 in Newport Richey.
This report is sponsored by JCPenney. Get back to the style and savings you love with the Reset and Reconnect sale. Get great deals on select women's denim and St. John's Bay for him and her. It's 4 days only, this Thursday through Sunday at JCPenney.
I'm Tom McCubbin. Gardening is different in Florida. If you want to see a colorful yard, you need information that's tailor-made for the Sunshine State. I'm an extension agent emeritus, and I can answer your questions about making things grow in Florida. From bougainvilleas to crepe myrtles to zinnias. We're live Saturday mornings from 7 to 9 here on 1250 WHNZ in Tampa Bay. Call us at 1-888-45-LAWNS or text your questions to 23680. Better Lawns and Gardens, Saturday morning, 7 to 9 on 1250 WHNZ.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Talking about this story that's occupying some time and receiving attention in mainstream media. It involves the residents of Western Michigan. This would be the area around Kalamazoo and where else, Reggie, was that?
Kalamazoo and the Grand Rapids.
In Grand Rapids. There's some other small towns in there. But that's generally the communities that we're talking about. And they're in a real fix. The people that live in that western part of Michigan. The water is contaminated with these PFAS compounds. And these contaminants been discovered now in public water sites around western Michigan. It's a water crisis. And it's a crisis because there are thousands of people that live in that part of course, tens of thousands that rely on the drinking water, but now they're resorted to drinking water out of the bottle. We also have a water crisis in Newark is going on. So these contaminants are collectively known, as I told you, as PFASs. And they've now been discovered in more than 650 public water sites since May. More than 11,000 sites in Michigan are to be tested, and experts suspect, will have been impacted by these chemicals. In the meantime, and I'm giving attribution to clickondetroit.com. In that article, they say that water distribution continued Monday at Parchment High School in Kalamazoo. Parchment must be a community within Kalamazoo County. There you go. So Parchment is a town in Kalamazoo County. Volunteers from the American Red Cross and a high school football team helped load water into the cars and trucks. So why am I giving you this detail? I'm sharing it with you because, again, you can report on these stories and it sounds like something they have a problem in somebody else's neighborhood. And it's just an abstract story and it doesn't influence me or affect me. Don't think for 1 minute that the people in Western Michigan ever thought that they would wake up one day and then hear the news that they've been drinking the water, using the water in their cooking, whatever, and now their health is at risk. And they didn't know. This just didn't happen overnight. We just had a horrible, catastrophic, disgraceful criminal event in Flint. So they've had their share. Officials are warning residents in this little town called Parchment, not to drink the water until further notice. You can't, One resident, and again, giving credit to clickondetroit.com, one resident said, I have animals. I'm more concerned about my animals than me. Well, you need to rethink that. And I want everybody to know how great it's been. Well, everybody in Parchment has cooperated. All these volunteers, the cops, they've been wonderful. It makes me glad. I've been here for 50 years, close quote. Well, you should not be very happy at the moment to be in Parchment, I can tell you. I wouldn't. The Great Lakes Water Authority that is responsible for Metro Detroit already does the PFA testing in the Detroit area. Now you know what's going to happen, right? Mark my words. You're going to hear me report on stories in other cities. These chemicals are ubiquitous. They're everywhere. This is Michigan. You know? This is not in some, and these are not remote areas. Unbelievable. I don't know. How would you feel if you woke up this morning and you heard on the news, read in the paper that you've been drinking this contaminated water? And that CNN story, they were talking about that. And as one, they used the one, and they do very good. They're so good there. They know how to write stories, and they use the example of one resident, a person named Cooper. And, Tammy Cooper, just an everyday person like you and me. Next thing you know, her child has been drinking that water. She's been drinking that water, and now it's off limits. So again, here we are as a society, as a country, faced with this. The chemicals have been used for decades on military bases, by the way, and in industrial areas in the manufacturing of thousands, as I told you, of consumer items, food packaging materials, water-resistant fabrics, non-stick cookware, firefighting foams. It's everywhere. They're strong, they're persistent, they're volatile, and that, in an ironic way, that's what makes them good for non-stick and waterproof and stain-repellent products. The very thing that is good for that kind of function is horrible for us as humans, as biological creatures that are trying to survive. The chemicals are no longer manufactured in the United States. In 2002, 3M, the primary U.S. manufacturer of PFOSs, voluntarily phased out production of the chemical. 2006, according to CNN, 8 major companies in the PFA's industry agreed to stop production of 2 forms of it, PFOAs and PFOA-related chemicals by 2015. They're getting out of it because the liability is so enormous. They're going to get sued. People are dying. But they can still be found everywhere. Why? Because they're persistent. They don't just disappear. So this is where we are with all of this. Reggie, you can, if you could share with the audience how they can make contact with the show.
Oh.
Give us a call.
Yeah, 877-892-8255.
877-897-8255. You can also catch us on Facebook. You can catch us on YouTube. And you can catch us on the LTN website at letstalknutrition.com. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. We're coast to coast and we're global. Come back. I have another environmental-related problem. It deals with air pollution and eye disease. Oh. Yeah. And then we have another story yet on microplastics in drinking water. All right. Cover it. Somebody's got to tell you. You know, I happen to be the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. And then we have to ask the question, what can we do to protect ourselves? What can we do day to day? We can explore that and talk about it. We'll be right back.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
The science of psychology tells us there is a connection between looking more attractive and having more self-confidence. One way to look more attractive is to have healthy-looking hair. Ridgecrest Herbal's award-winning Hair Revive can support healthy, attractive hair. Hair Revive is formulated with a stress-fighting complex, hair growth ingredients, a hormone balancing complex, and Chinese herbs. Taken together, the ingredients in Hair Revive promote hair growth, encourage healthier, thicker-looking hair, and support recovery from damaging hairstyling techniques, harsh chemicals, and daily stress. So start looking more attractive with healthier, thicker, and shinier hair with Ridgecrest Herbal's Hair Revive. Visit rcherbals.com for more information or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad. That's 1-800-242-4649.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Did you know that you have 3 brains? Yes, you heard right. Exciting new research reveals you have 3 brains: your head brain, your heart brain, and your gut brain. These 3 brains are like an orchestra with billions of neurons working together to create a harmonic symphony. This intricate relationship between these 3 brains impacts your mental, emotional, and physical health. The 3 Brain Supplements from Natural Factors is a bold new innovation in mental health. It provides a whole-body approach to balance brain health and well-being. Start with the 3 Brains Total Kit, which includes 5 supplements that are essential for 3 brain health. The kit provides foundational support for all three of your brains. Then, depending on your unique needs, choose from higher thoughts to enhance brain performance, mental sunshine for healthy mood balance, serene mind to relieve stress-related fatigue, or the best sleep for restful sleep. Learn more at 3brainshealth.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of the nationally syndicated health talk show, Let's Talk Nutrition. Way too often, dietary supplements cost way too much. Not so at Vitamin Discount Center. Here's why. VDC sells leading national brands up to 50% off MSRP every day. Competitors' prices are matched for identical products with proof of price. If you're in the military or are a first responder, you get an additional 10% off VDC's already discounted prices. VDC even offers case discounts. And you can get connected with VDC's VIP mobile text program for additional savings and customer rewards throughout the month. The choice is clear. You can save at Vitamin Discount Center. For a store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com or call 813-907-7066. That's 813-907-7066. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. North American Herb and Spice, wellness for life. Natural Factors, where great health begins. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Gargo.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. Reporting on this story involving people living in western Michigan, the Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids area, and there's like this one town, Parchment, Michigan, where people now have been told not to drink the water. And it's because of these per or polyfluoroalkyl chemicals. They are just so dangerous to our health. Just as a sort of added insight here, they have a long half-life. That's why they persist so long in the environment and in your body. And according to the Federal Agency for Toxic Substances and Disease Registry, these chemicals can stay in the human body anywhere from 2 to 9 years. What they're very concerned about is pregnant women, where the fetus is exposed to these chemicals and can have an effect once the child is born on the child's development. And it affects birth weight. And that's just one of the things. The woman in the CNN story that they featured, Tammy Cooper, she breastfed her child. And they moved, when the baby was 6 months old, they moved to this community where they now live in Parchment. And the child was dropping weight. And she couldn't understand why. And so she started to feed her foods to help the child gain weight. And she was concerned that maybe she passed on the chemical to her little girl named Jillian when she was breastfeeding her. And the child was in the 10th percentile for weight when they moved to Parchment when she was 6 months old. A year later, Jillian dropped below the 1st percentile in weight after Ms. Cooper focused on feeding her a higher fat and protein diet. The child is now in the 4th percentile. So you see how concrete this gets. That's the point. So this poor mom, Tammy Cooper, wonders, was it the water that I gave my child? Was it the breast milk? Was it both? Yeah. And I'm looking at a photograph of her, Miss Cooper, and the child, and they're beautiful people, right? They're just lovely people, and they're just everyday people, and now they're confronted with this. How will this affect this child's development? What will be a child's future? This is not the only child. There are hundreds and thousands of these children. When you look at Flint, now you're looking at Western Michigan. Now you got the issue in Newark, and you watch now. There'll be more stories coming across the transom about this theme. These particular chemicals will be featured. Yet another health problem linked to air pollution, it seems. I've talked about air pollution a lot on this show. Different story. Turns out that a researcher, a Dr. Su Hong Hang, let me see, Dr. Zhuo, I guess that's how you pronounce his last name. He got a long name here. He's from the Center for Myopia and Eye Disease at China Medical University in Taiwan. As you well know, China has a horrible air pollution problem. It is devastating the country and found in large populated areas. And they're saying that Dr. Zhuo said that he and his colleagues documented for the first time in a large population that exposure to two common air pollutants, nitrogen dioxide, NO2, and carbon monoxide, CO, are associated with a higher risk of developing age-related macular degeneration, which damages the cells in the retina, leads to blurry central vision, and eventually to vision loss in one or both of your eyes. So again, seems like an abstract idea. It's not abstract. It's real. In the study that this particular Chinese scientist did, it's published in BMJ Journal of Investigative Medicine. They analyzed the air quality and health insurance data involving nearly 40,000 people over 50 years who lived in relatively urban areas of Taiwan. And they divided them into categories of pollutant exposure and found that those people living in the areas with the highest concentrations of NO2 and CO had the highest rate of age-related macular degeneration. Now, I can assure you that each one of those people, the 40,000 people in that study, the odds are darn good that none ever woke up thinking about the pollution and macular degeneration and now find themselves with their eyesight being taken away from them. This goes on all the time. Those exposed to the highest levels of NO2 were nearly 200% more likely to develop macular degeneration. And those exposed to the highest concentrations of carbon monoxide concentrations increased their risks by 84%. So there you go. Another environmental story. But there's yet one more that's trending today. This involves the UN report and the World Health Organization. And everybody drinks bottled water. Why? Because they think it's a safer option. All right? The people living in Flint, the people living in Western Michigan are being given bottled water. But it turns out now that there are risks with bottled water. We come back in the second hour, I'll tell you what that is. You can't make it up. And so what we all, I drink bottled water, you most likely do. And again, I don't have a memory. I can't remember the last time I drew a glass of water from a faucet anywhere and drank it. You pinned me down, said, I'll give you $1 million if you can even give me the year. I couldn't do it. That's how long it's been.
For $1 million, I'd figure it out.
You probably, maybe I would too. I'd probably lie, right? No, I wouldn't do that. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, just trying to raise our consciousness and awareness and getting informed. What can we do? Is there anything that we can do living in this toxic environment? How do you protect yourself? Can you protect yourself? We're all walking around with a body burden of these very dangerous chemicals. And people get sick, they get cancer, they have all different diseases and disorders, and they don't even know where it came from. Oftentimes it comes from the environment, the very environment in which we live. Well, that's progress. I don't think so. You are listening to LTN Coast to Coast and globally. We'll be back. Are you tired of being tired? So was Amanda until she tried Floridix Iron and Herbs. You can probably relate. Between juggling her job and family, she was constantly exhausted. She put off going to the gym, and making her dinner every night seemed like a heroic task. Then she found out she had the most common nutritional deficiency in the U.S., iron deficiency. Amanda turned to Floridix, an easily absorbed plant-based liquid iron supplement. For over 60 years, Floridix has been helping reduce exhaustion and fatigue caused by iron deficiency. This formula is easy on the digestive tract and free of artificial colors and flavors. It even has vitamins B and C for enhanced absorption. No wonder it's the best-selling iron supplement in North America. Flora Vital provides all the same benefits as Floridix, but without gluten or yeast. Reclaim your energy with Floridix and Flora Vital, available at your local health food store. For more information, visit florahealth.com/Floridix. florahealth.com/Floridix.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
The preceding was a commercial program paid for by Let's Talk Nutrition, LLC.
The Rays play on Tampa Bay Sports Radio, WDAE.
To the wall, let's go!
Catch every pitch of Rays baseball in Pinellas and Hillsborough on 95.3 FM and all over Tampa Bay on 620 AM. Rays up.
Now, this week's top TV streams.
First up, it's the TNT drama Animal Kingdom, which is partway through season 4 and takes 5th place this week. More drama on the mega yacht as Bravo brings you our 4th place show, Below Deck Mediterranean. MTV's The Hills, New Beginnings was renewed for a 2nd season and continues to chart at number 3. Season 14 of The Real Housewives of Orange County is underway on Bravo and lands in 2nd place. And finally, former Bachelor and Bachelorette cast members take another shot at love on ABC's Bachelor in Paradise, your number 1 TV stream.
That's this week's top TV streams on iHeartRadio.
1250 wins WHNZ.
1250 wins WHNZ, Tampa Bay. Available everywhere you want to listen on our free iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
This is CBS News on the Hour. Real news, real reporting.
I'm Peter King. The suspect in a foiled mass shooting plot could make his first court appearance today in Long Beach, California. Police say he was planning to gun down co-workers and guests at the Long Beach Marriott. KNX reporter Pete Demetrio.
Detectives arrested 37-year-old Rodolfo Montoya of Huntington Beach. A search of his home turned up 2 AR-15 style rifles, more than 20 30-round magazines, a bolt-action rifle, a pump shotgun, and 3 handguns, along with thousands of rounds of ammunition. Montoya is being held on a $500,000 bail and is facing charges of making criminal threats, manufacture and possession of assault weapons.
In Altamont Springs, Florida, police say a 16-year-old girl texted a threat to kill students at a Catholic school. Officer Michelle Sosa says she may not have been serious, but
it is a juvenile facing felony charges, so this is definitely not a joke. Can you just imagine having that on your record? So parents, we encourage the parents to talk to their kids.
The U.S. and U.S.-backed forces have caught thousands of foreign citizens fighting for ISIS. CBS's Cammie McCormick says the White House wants to send them back to their own countries.
Thousands of these foreign fighters are being held in Syria by U.S.-backed forces, and President Trump is warning European countries to take them back. He said the U.S. will not hold them at Guantanamo and pay for it. President Trump said if countries don't take them back, there will be no choice but to release them.
South Korea has canceled an intelligence sharing agreement with Japan. Asia expert Gordon Chang says it's bad news for the U.S.
It's important that our two allies in the region work together and share information. South Korea needs to understand that this deal is in the South's interest, especially because North Korea is threatening South Korea at this moment.
The president of Yale University is apologizing after an independent investigation confirmed sexual abuse by a former professor. WTIC's Bill Pierce is in Hartford.
The report concludes Dr. D. Eugene Redmond sexually assaulted 5 students at a research facility on the Caribbean island of St. Kitts and committed sexual misconduct against at least 8 others. Redmond denies the allegations. He retired from the Yale School of Medicine last year as disciplinary proceedings were about to get underway. The report says Yale officials failed to adequately respond to complaints against Redmond in 1994.
The investigators are looking into the crash of a Cessna Citation jet in Oroville, California.
Yeah, everybody's out. All right, guys.
The pilots and 8 passengers escaped. Nobody was hurt after the plane caught fire during takeoff. A similar jet skidded off a runway last week in Bristol, Tennessee. It was carrying NASCAR's Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his family. Nobody was hurt in that incident. The Dow is up 133 points. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Let's Talk Nutrition is streaming on your Amazon Echo device. Just say, Alexa, play 1250 WHNZ from iHeartRadio.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. With one phone call, you'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information. It's a free service, so call now.
Call now, 800-908-0586, 800-908-0586.
I'm Navy veteran Eric Dane. Join us for CBS Eye on Veterans with information for vets transitioning to civilian life, weekday mornings at 7:50 and Saturday evenings at 6, right here on 1250 WHNZ.
On northbound 275, have an accident taken place. Left lane of the exit ramp to Ashley Drive. Have a crash and a disabled vehicle northbound on I-75 in Manatee County near State Road 64. The left and center lanes are blocked here. There's right lane construction eastbound on I-4 at County Road 579. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Hendrick Hillsborough traffic tip line at 866-545-9595.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Indeed, used by over 3 million businesses for hiring, where business owners and HR professionals can post job openings with screener questions, then sort, review, and communicate with candidates from an online dashboard. Learn more at Indeed.com/hire.
The following is a commercial program paid for by Let's Talk Nutrition, LLC. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of WHNZ AM, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Hope you're having a good day wherever and however you may be listening or watching LTN, whatever you may be doing. And whatever you're doing is, you could be driving, you could be getting ready to go to work. The show does air at different times in different markets. You'll have to check your local listings. I'm focusing today on the environment in which we live, the toxic environment in which we are situated, each and every one of us. And to think that somehow, perhaps the people in Flint, Michigan these days, or the people that live in Newark, or now the people that live in western Michigan, the Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids area, in little towns like Parchment, for example, that those people, they're really different from us, and what they're experiencing, that's really their problem. No, it's not. It's our problem. It's our problem. Why is it our problem? Not only within the United States, but around the world. You go to the United Nations World Health Organization and just look at some of the reports about this toxic planet. Chemicals end up in people from pollution in air, water, and food, from pesticides and additives that we find in our foods, through literally, and I tell you literally, thousands of consumer products, ranging from stain repellents to paints and plastics. You got building materials, a whole variety of building materials where you got these chemicals. And then you got the infants and children. They get exposed. They live in the environment, but they're also with their parents, and they're being fed, sometimes breastfed, and being contaminated from their own mom's breast milk, because the mom consumed the chemicals. Know that industries, not only in this country, but in other countries, especially too, where it's not regulated as tightly, millions and millions of metric tons are dumped into the environment every year. And these chemicals just don't evaporate. They just don't disintegrate into the ether. Some of them are called forever chemicals. Their half-life is very long, not only in the environment, but in your body. These PFAs that I was talking about, their half-life is anywhere between 2 and 9 years inside your body. You got an emission tracking system in the United States. Is called the Toxic Release Inventory. I've used that source. It shows that companies, and this is from a report from the EWG, discharged 7.1 billion pounds of 650 industrial chemicals to the air and water back in 2000. Now, if you think for a moment that things have diminished, no. That was in 2000. Notice that number, 7.1 billion pounds of 650 industrial chemicals into the air and water. I mean, that's staggering when you think about it. The federal government's National Toxicology Program, that you can find online, considers at least well over 200 chemicals as either known human carcinogens or reasonably anticipated. They use that phrase to cause cancer in humans. Back in 1992, a period from 92 to 2000, they did a survey of almost 140 rivers and streams in 30 states, many of which are used to provide water supply for people in the United States. And what did they find? Human sewage, including steroids, DEET insecticide repellent, antibiotics, and persistent breakdown products of cigarettes and detergents, to mention just a few things. This is in the drinking water. You couldn't get me to drink a glass of water out of a faucet? Yep, at gunpoint. I wouldn't do it. Oh, the water's safe. The city authority said, we treat the water. It's all good. Yeah. What about the pipes? And do you trust them? I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and you never hear me rail against, the government, and I don't. That's not useful. But the people in Newark, this problem, the drinking problem here, the water pollution, contamination problem, has been going on for a while, and the people weren't alerted. They only become alerted, it seems, when it can no longer be kept a secret and people are getting sick. And then you have a whistleblower, somebody who has the courage to say something and contact the media, and the media gets on it. Again, this is not an abstract reality in which we live. Here we live in Tampa, Florida. You may live in Tucson, Tallahassee, wherever, Tuscaloosa, any other town or city, and think everything's just fine. You don't know. So what's a person to do? What is a person really to do? How do you protect yourself? I could say to you, well, make sure you wash all your fruits and vegetables very thoroughly. Sometimes you can get the surface chemicals off, but what if that crop was grown in contaminated soil? It's within the plant. I could say to you, eat organic, too, right? That might be helpful. Maybe. Know this. Certain chemicals are used even on organic crops. You don't know that, right? Go check that out. It's not what it seems all the time. Unless they're using insects Natural Factors has a farm up in the Okanagan Valley in British Columbia. And I've been to those farms. The topsoil is 6 feet deep, and it's black as black can be. I mean, rich soil. They don't use one chemical spray on their crops to keep the insects away. What do they use? Millions of these tiny little frogs and other natural systems to keep the crop healthy. No chemicals. People buy organic, they think, oh, it's chemical free, and I don't have to wash it. No, man, you do have to wash it because you don't know. What else could I tell you? Well, you could do a detox. You could start to take certain products that I've talked about on this show, doing certain kinds, Great Plains bentonite. Yerba Prima has a detox kit for men and women. You could do something. You can do these things. I mean, they're helpful, but at the end of the day, are you using a water gun to put out a forest fire? You wonder. I mean, I'm being honest with you. I don't know. I wish I could sit here and say, do X, Y, and Z, and you're just going to be fine. I can't do that. I would be lying to you. What can we do is be vigilant and make sure and hold the government officials, city, local, state, and federal, accountable. They're there to protect us. That's one of the things we must do, become involved. This is not Mrs. Jones's problem or Miss Tammy Cooper up in western Michigan, that poor mom who's, fretting over what's going to happen with her child because they've been drinking that contaminated water. That's not her problem. It's all of our problem. Belongs to all of us. That's why I keep saying we're all in it together. And so we must band together and be vigilant and hold these people accountable. That's what they want to do. They want to do public service and do it the right way. You're listening to LTN Coast to Coast and globally. Ridgecrest Herbal's original Clear Lung supplement has been the #1 selling natural product for lung health since 1998. Clear Lung's formula is a synergistic blend of Chinese herbs that helps maintain open airways and balance mucus levels. It combines the healing properties of 13 perfectly balanced herbs that have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. Need extra help? Try Ridgecrest Herbal's Clear Lung's Extra Strength with twice the herbs and Ridgecrest Herbal's patented Availablend formula designed to support the bioavailability of the original 13 herbs. Got a picky kid who doesn't like pills? Clear Lung's liquid is safe for children and has a naturally sweet orange flavoring. And don't forget to check out Clear Lung's Immune and Clear Lung's Sport. Visit rcherbals.com or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad to order the right Clear Lungs product for you. That's 1-800-242-4649.
Is getting a good night's sleep a challenge? Fortunately, there's a superior fast-acting sleep formula called Tranquil Sleep from Natural Factors. This non-habit-forming supplement contains a unique combination of melatonin, 5-HTP, and L-theanine, which works in harmony with your body's natural sleep hormones. Tranquil Sleep can help you fall asleep, stay asleep, sleep sounder, and wake up refreshed, all without feeling drowsy in the morning. The key benefit comes from increasing the time spent in the deeper stages of sleep. It's only in these deeper levels of sleep that we truly experience the rejuvenation, regeneration, and recuperation that sleep provides. Even if you think you get a good night's sleep, give Tranquil Sleep a try. You might be surprised with how much better you've slept by waking up with more energy and enthusiasm to start your day. Learn more at naturalfactors.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of the nationally syndicated health talk show, Let's Talk Nutrition. Way too often, dietary supplements cost way too much. Not so at Vitamin Discount Center. Here's why. BDC sells leading national brands up to 50% off MSRP every day. Competitors' prices are matched for identical products with proof of price. If you're in the military or are a first responder, you get an additional 10% off BDC's already discounted prices. BDC even offers case discounts. And you can get connected with BDC's VIP mobile text program for additional savings and customer rewards throughout the month. The choice is clear. You can save at Vitamin Discount Center. For a store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com or call 813-907-7066. That's 813-907-7066. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Celsius is a fitness drink which is clinically proven to function. How? As a thermogenic, Celsius proprietary MetaPlus blend accelerates metabolism, increasing your body's ability to burn fat and calories. There are only two ways a body burns fat: through increased heart rate and our increased body temperature, thermogenesis. Drinking Celsius and then going into motion is double dipping. You're accelerating the burn and the results are even faster. Celsius is your ultimate fitness partner. No high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, no preservatives, no artificial colors or flavors. 100% of 7 essential vitamins. Proven in 6 published university studies. How does it work? Celsius proprietary MetaPlus formula, including green tea with EGCS, ginger, and guarana seed, turns on thermogenesis, a process that boosts your body's metabolic rate. Drinking Celsius prior to fitness activities is proven to energize, accelerate metabolism, burn body fat and calories. Invest in yourself. Drink Celsius. Look for us at www.celsius.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. Ancient Nutrition, nutrition for a modern world. Reviva Labs, the natural skincare authority. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
I was saying to Reggie during the commercial break, I said, my God, I got to find a positive story. And the gloom and doom, end of days kind of reporting here. I find myself having to report it, and I want to say, well, can I put a positive spin on this? I don't want to create the sense of, I don't want to create a condition of learned helplessness here and paralyze ourselves into learned helplessness, because that's not my intention. My intention is to raise our awareness about the gravity. When people say, oh, the planet's polluted. If I said to you, in your yard, the very yard that you sit and drink your iced tea, you cut the grass and watch your children or your grandchildren play and run around, had chemicals in it that could cause cancer for you or any of your family members, or cause some macular degeneration or whatever, some disease, horrible condition, you'd probably have that lawn ripped up and replaced. We can't do that with the planet. And that's why I say it gets so abstract, because we don't, I'm trying to personalize it. I worry about it all the time. I think about it. It's my job to think about it and to report on it. But most people are getting up every day. My God, they got so much to think and worry about as it is. They're trying to make a living, got 2-3 jobs, they got kids, they got this and they got that. Now they got to worry about, they can't even draw a glass of water out of the faucet. Why, hell? It becomes, to say it's burdensome is an understatement. And here I find myself reporting on it, and I said to Reggie, I said, I wish there was something I could say other than, you got, at least being aware, knowing is better than not. Yes, you should eat organic. Yes, you should thoroughly wash your fruits and vegetables. Yes, you should try to use laundry detergents and household products that are more natural than unnatural and don't have some of the toxic chemicals in them that we know. If you go, you have to educate. What you can do is educate yourself. Go to the Environmental Working Group, EWG.org, and begin to read. And you'll find other websites that are environmentally oriented. And educate yourself, empower yourself. That's one of the things to do so you can avoid these chemicals. I could say to you, yeah, do a detox, take this product, do that product. And yeah, that's all well and good. But again, if it's some of these recommendations, again, sound like taking a water pistol into a forest fire and hoping to put it out. Good luck with that. And sometimes almost feel helpless, and you don't want to feel that way. I don't believe in control, but but people don't need to be caught up in a learned helplessness situation where you learn to be helpless. Got to be optimistic about it and find our way out of this, and and hold the officials accountable their job is to protect the citizens of the city, the town, the state, the country. It's crazy. You're even afraid to shower and bathe with some of this water.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Like, if you can't drink it, what do you do?
Precisely. And you think that, well, if you can shower with it, it'll be all right. Really? I don't know about that. So we have paid a price for progress. Chemistry abounds. It's everywhere around us. Good chemistry, bad chemistry. And, it is what it is, and we just have to, again, be vigilant and prudent in the way we live. And if you live near places that industrial areas, you need to be especially vigilant. Well, these companies are following the government regulations. Sometimes the government regulations are not good enough, are not stringent enough. And now we have a relaxation of environmental protection in the past several years. Regulations being done away with because they're trying to make companies less burdened by these regulations. Well, you know what? This is the politics of health. They're making billions of dollars, many of these companies. They can take some of that money to make the environment safer and less polluted by engaging in good practices. But you can't count on them to do it. You have to have somebody forcing them to do it. Money, it's always about the money. 877-897-8255. You may have a thought or two about what I'm talking about, something you've experienced. Maybe you have somebody you know that's lived in some of these communities and have had to deal with this firsthand. Can't imagine. I try to understand what the people of Flint have gone through, what these people now in Western Michigan are going through, the people in Newark. And what we don't know what we don't know. How many other communities are out there right now as I'm talking to you that somebody's drinking from a faucet and they're drinking contaminated water, whereby they are endangering their health and have the potential to shorten their life. As I speak to you, there's no doubt about it, not one scintilla of doubt in my mind. I don't need to do a study to figure that out. Come back, we'll talk some more, and I have other stories that are trending. Let me see if I can find a piece of good news somewhere. We can talk about that. Call me. I'd love to hear from you. 877-897-8255.
Don't be stressed out or anxious. Take Hempanol, the only raw CO2 hemp extract available. It's 100% organic with wild oreganol P73 extract. You might have heard about CBD, but there's no comparison. Hempanol has the power and potency you need to support your nervous system, stay calm and focused, and maintain a healthy immune system. Unlike other CBD oils, Hempanol contains the full spectrum of phytocannabinoids. Take Hempanol and feel great. And if you suffer from insomnia and can't seem to get that full night's rest, try Hempanol PM. Hempanol PM is specifically formulated to get you the rest you need without feeling sluggish when you wake. It's non-addictive, completely natural, and leaves you feeling energetic and ready to take on the day. To place your order, to find out where to find Hempanol in your area, call 1-800-243-5242, 800-243-5242, or visit us at oreganol.com.
1250 WHNZ. Online at WHNZ.com. On your phone with the iHeartRadio app. And on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. An iHeartRadio station.
I'm Navy veteran Eric Dane. Join us for CBS Eye on Veterans with information for vets transitioning to civilian life, weekday mornings at 7:50 and Saturday evenings at 6, right here on 1250 WHNZ.
News on 1250 WHNZ.
There's a storm brewing over the Bahamas, and it could be coming our way. But will there be Tropical Storm Dorian over Florida this weekend?
The system has a near zero chance of turning into a tropical cyclone over the next 48 hours and a low 20% chance over the next 5 days.
Dennis Feltgen with the National Hurricane Center. A group formed by survivors of the Parkland High School massacre is unveiling its gun control agenda. It includes gun licensing and a registration system, as well as a ban on assault rifles and high-capacity magazines. A Clearwater man is facing a drug possession charge after being found with orange ecstasy pills shaped like President Trump. Police say they searched the apartment of 23-year-old Brendan Dolan King and found 5 orange ecstasy pills in the shape of the president's head. With Florida's News, I'm Chris Trankman.
From the 1250 WHNZ Florida Central Credit Union Auto Loans Traffic Center.
We have construction right lane eastbound on I-4 at County Road 579 and again approaching McIntosh. Westbound has very slow traffic, maybe rubbernecking delays from Thenota Sassa Road into McIntosh. In Manatee County, have a crash blocking the left lane northbound on I-75 north of State Road 64. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Edward Hillsborough Traffic Zip Line at 866-545-9595.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Indeed, used by over 3 million businesses for hiring, where business owners and HR professionals can post job openings with screener questions, then sort, review, and communicate with candidates from an online dashboard. Learn more at Indeed.com/hire.
At CarMax, when we say we buy all the cars, we mean it. Over the last 20 years, we've purchased millions of cars from coast to coast. In the last year alone, we bought a mountain of Mercurys, an armada of Nissans, a ton of Titans, an ocean of Pacificas, and a sea of Siennas. Not to mention a few Hellcats and a couple of Tornadoes. So no matter what you're selling, CarMax is buying. And we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours. CarMax, we buy all the cars.
Lowe's helps pros like you put more toward your bottom line with everyday savings, and then some. Like $40 off your choice of a DeWalt 12-volt max drill, or 12-volt max impact driver featuring DeWalt's all-new 12-volt battery platform, now just $99. And whether updating properties or building new homes, save $10 on a Harbor Breeze center-built 42-inch ceiling fan with light kit, now $49.98. Whatever job you're taking on, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid through 8/25, U.S. only.
From the Weather Center, Abrahamson and Uterwick, theinjurylawyers.com. Drive safely. Pinellas Hillsborough.
Your Tampa Bay forecast, sunny early, then a 30% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. High 93. Tonight, clearing skies, low 78. Tomorrow, sunshine early, then partly cloudy with a 30% rain chance. High 93. For more news, weather, and traffic, tune to WFLA at 94.5 in St. Pete, 105.9 in Tampa, or 99.1 in Newport Richey.
This report is sponsored by Ashley Home Store.
Ashley Home Store's Labor Day mattress sale is going on now. Save up to $1,200 on select Sealy and Beauty Rest adjustable sets. For a limited time, get no interest for 8 whole years. Plus, get up to $300 Ashley cash. Ashley Home Store, this is home.
The Tampa Bay area is home to thousands of military veterans, and there's a feature here on 1250 WHNZ that's all about giving them actionable information as they transition to civilian life. I'm Navy veteran Eric Dane. I host CBS Eye on Veterans as we focus on vets 6 days a week. Join us for our daily 1-minute feature at 7:50 weekdays during the Gordon Deal Morning Show and for our weekly long-form show Saturday evenings at 6 here on 1250 WHNZ.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in today. I received a letter from a listener. She lives in Sarasota. She's corresponded and has listened to the show for a long time. I don't have permission to use her name on air, but I was sharing. I was telling Reggie that I received a letter from a listener. He thought, "Oh, that's great." He was, and the listener was sharing with me her experience. She's a little deeper into the lifespan, in her 80s, lives alone, right? And I was telling Reggie that we have a lot of listeners and viewers like that. People that are out there trying to figure out what to do, how to get things, how to take care of themselves. And when I hear stories like this, it makes me wonder what effect, when I report. These stories are very difficult to report on, because I would like to say, well, here's the solution to that that you can do right now today, and you're going to be just fine. Well, no, I can't. I don't have that line to give you. But the people that listen and watch the show are, people that have a profound and keen interest. What we know from over the years now in studying the audience have a profound and keen interest in their welfare, in their health. And they're looking for a messenger and messages that are sensible, grounded in some sort of reality, hopefully grounded maybe even in science and data-based, evidence-based. But you have to be honest and you have to be sincere and you have to tell the truth as you know it. And when I report on these stories, I don't sugarcoat it and give some. But you have to have an optimistic message to accompany these kinds of very stark realities. When I tell you it's a toxic planet, man, I'm not saying that for the people in some remote part of wherever. I mean you and me and the people that we care about and love are being affected. And we have to stay vigilant and on top of it and monitor it. My job is to report on it and make you aware. I can tell you, I wouldn't drink the water out of the faucet. I see people at the gym doing that all the time, going to the fountain and drinking that water.
You mean like a water fountain?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
I do.
I'm sure you do. I've seen people fill their water bottle from that fountain. I wouldn't do it. Say the water's safe. Well, tell that to people in Newark. Tell that to the people in Flint. Tell that to people in Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids area in a little town like Parchment. Tell that to the people and some of the people in California where they have really tough environmental regulation, and for good reason. No. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is I get a letter like this and I see this person trying to struggle and figure out what to do. It makes me realize, how important the show is to people and that you have to be an honest messenger, an honest broker of the truth as you know it. I don't know the absolute truth. Only God Almighty knows that. But I'll tell you, I will always tell you the truth as I know it to be. And the truth is that these little things that you could do might help. But do I think ultimately it can turn the tide and really protect you? There are people, as we speak at this moment, being diagnosed with cancer, and they don't have a clue where it came from, and most likely from the environment. No history of it in their family. Led they thought a healthy life. And then wake up one day and boom, you got leukemia. You have, some form of cancer, bladder cancer, kidney, whatever, pancreatic. You say liver, what lung cancer. Lung cancer is lethal. And so many people diagnosed with lung cancer never smoked. But somewhere in their life got exposed. And lung cancer is so insidious that if you're stage 3, stage 4, you're in a lot of trouble. And usually you don't know until late stage. Sometimes you get lucky and they catch it early on, only by accident. So the point is, eat organic. Make sure you wash your fruits and vegetables. I would not, I know the city is going to be mad at me. I can't encourage people to drink water out of the fountain or out of the faucet, because that's, to me, that I'm not telling you the truth as I know it. And I'm going to make somebody mad, some government official mad, by telling you that. But that's the way it is. Let's go to Temple Terrace, Florida. Ann, welcome to the show.
Yes. Hi, Dr.
I'm glad you called.
Well, I used to be at Michigan State, and so I was in the state of Michigan. But isn't Kalamazoo and all right in there where they make the cereals?
Yeah.
And my question is if the water is polluted and a huge cereal mills is making the cereal, are they using the water that you're talking about?
I don't know. I would have to go. When I got a hold of the story this morning and started to look at it, I would have to go and look in that area to see what industrial complexes are, of course, you got the food manufacturers there. Whatever chemicals they're using, you find many of these PFAs, you'll find them in products, maybe in plastics, the plastic bags and whatnot. I'll have to look and see. But your point's well taken. Now, you live in a very nice place, Temple Terrace. That's a nice little town.
Thank you.
It's a nice place. I've been there, my goodness.
Yeah, I used to see you or talk to you at Vitamin Discount.
Yeah, I know. I remember you, Ann. How's your son doing?
Well, they're doing really well, and they're healthy.
Yeah, I remember you so well years ago. And I saw you buy your supplements, and I struck up a conversation with you. I remember you to be tall with dark hair, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I know who you are.
Wore black.
Yes, ma'am, like me. My wardrobe is pretty simple. Don't hang up.
We don't have a Vitamin Discount with Sophia, and it's just awful.
I know they closed that store. That they're here, and there's other stores in the Tampa Bay area. There's, we try to guesstimate how many health stores we impact throughout, or have the potential to reach throughout the country. Somewhere well over 1,000, maybe 1,500 or more, given all the markets that we're in. Don't hang up. Let me chat with you a little bit more. You made a good point. Let me see what I can find during the break, and we're going to have the LTN health question when I come back. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. We're around the corner, around the country, and around the globe.
Want to get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult? Try PGX from Natural Factors. This revolutionary product is clinically shown to help people achieve their ideal body weight in a safe, natural way. PGX helps you feel full for hours, dramatically reduces the glycemic index of any food or meal, and ultimately causes the release of the compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. As medical doctor Mark Hyman said in his best-selling book, Eat Fat, Get Thin, if you choose to use only one supplement, PGX is the most important. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need the tremendous support of PGX from Natural Factors. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, visit pgx.com.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Have you been putting off a cleanse? They can be harsh and leave you chained to the toilet, making for an overall unpleasant experience. Rethink your cleanse with Fluorescence, a daily cleanse that helps safely and gently detoxify your body. Unlike other detoxes that can be hard on the body, Fluorescence supports your body's natural processes, helping it to work more efficiently than it could on its own. The truth is your body is really good at cleansing, but due to the number of toxins we're exposed to, it can use a little daily support. Inspired by traditional OBGYN formula, Fluorescence is made with 8 herbs: burdock root, watercress, sheep sorrel herb, slippery elm, rhubarb root, kelp, blessed thistle, and red clover blossom. These herbs work together to support multiple elimination pathways, gently helping your body's detox systems do what they were made to do, only better. Forget harsh extreme cleanses and cleanse happy. Try Fluorescence for gentle daily cleansing that leaves you feeling rejuvenated. Find Fluorescence at your local health food store. For more information, visit florahealth.com.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. North American Herb and Spice, wellness for life. Natural Factors, where great health begins. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Gargo.
And here's the LTN health question of the day. We all of us, I would say all humans, are carrying a body burden of toxic chemicals. It's almost unavoidable. I mean, I wouldn't be the first person to make that claim, to say that all humans, no matter where on the planet, somehow have toxic chemicals in them. I'm sure there's some that maybe don't, but you get the point. And this body burden of chemicals, most people are unaware that they do have such a body burden. And it's just a matter of time, depending on what, it's not just the chemicals individually, it's the interaction and the complex mixture of these chemicals that really can cause great harm to an organism, no matter how small or how big. And it's that mixture, and it can get very complicated. People who study this and work on it will tell you that. And you start to read the literature, you catch on real quick. And low-dose exposure is not safe. Some of these chemicals are so toxic, and the mixtures are so toxic, even at low-dose levels, you are in peril. So here's the question. Is the statement I'm about to read true or false? This is easy. The chemicals that accumulate in the cells and tissues create what I've been telling you is a chemically induced body burden that, as I'm suggesting to you, will undermine the structure and function of your organs and systems of your body. And they put you these chemicals and mixtures put you at increased risk for premature death, premature birth, cancer, cardiovascular disease, respiratory tract infection, asthma, chronic bronchitis, nervous system disorders like autism, ADD, and so on, Parkinson's, permanent decrements in IQ and decline in other brain function, permanent decrements in lung capacity, and defects in reproductive system. systems of organisms. Is that statement I just read true or false? That's not hard to figure out. 877-897-8255 is the number. That list could be longer. I'm going to go back to Temple Terrace, and person I know lives there. I met Ann many years ago in a health store and struck up a conversation with her, and I would bump into her quite often. She would be buying her supplements and trying to take care of herself. So are you faring pretty well these days, Ann?
Yes, I am.
That's good. Do you live alone? You still live alone?
I do. My husband passed away.
Yeah, sorry.
So.
Let me ask you, how do you drink water from the faucet?
Absolutely not. I'm like you. I can't remember the last time I ever did.
Do some of your friends, do they make fun of you and say, Ann, you're just being a little tedious?
Well, yes, of course.
They do. They do.
Yes. I just can't swallow it.
Literally.
I know. But I just wondered, I wondered, we all grew up on cornflakes and Rice Krispies, and still the children eat that before they go to school. I mean, honestly, if it's made with the toxic water, that's bad.
Yeah, you made a point about, and I went real quickly during the break, and I was looking at Michigan and contamination and food pollution and whatnot, and there are any number of stories. There's a shoe manufacturer that was contaminating the water. Various industrial kinds of related businesses and companies. It's not only, it's industrial, it's military, it's products in the home, everywhere. And, people say, well, what can I do? I mean, if you would go through the list of, I'm guilty of this too. I bet I have cleaning agents in my house right now.
Right.
That have chemicals in them that I should have no business having that product in the house.
That's right.
And
even Windex.
I know. And so, you have all these products. And so, eat organic, make sure you wash your fruits and vegetables.
Oh, yes.
Try to do a little cleanse with your liver, perhaps. That organ is so critical. These are simple things. Again, are you taking a water pistol into a forest fire to put it out? I don't know. But at least I don't know, and I think you still have to try, right?
Yes,
you do. I know. It was nice that you.
Their cereal.
Yeah, I know. Well, you make a good point. I don't know those food manufacturers what they're dumping, if at all. I don't know how compliant they are with the regulations, and that's why
the water they use is the biggest thing.
The water, exactly. It always goes back to the water.
Right.
And as citizens, we should not be comforted. And this is the politics of health. We should not be comforted by the fact that the EPA is deregulating some of these laws and doing a deregulation for some of these industries so that these companies have more degrees of freedom to do whatever they're doing. Not necessarily a good idea and not prudent.
No.
Right. So that's just my point. That's about as political as I get. But thank you for calling. It was nice to hear your voice, and you take care of yourself and stay tuned and stay in touch with us.
Oh, you too.
Thanks a lot, Ann.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Let's go to Sandra in Tampa. Sandra, that long list of health issues I associated with the body burden of toxic chemicals, was that statement true or false?
It is true.
It is true, 100% full stop. Thank you for listening, and thank you for and congratulations on winning a $25 supplement gift card. Do you drink water from the faucet?
Oh, no, I have a whole house filter. And oh, no. That's the worst thing I probably would do ever in my life.
Yeah, I know. See, I'm not the only one.
I gotta stop. I'm throwing away my Frosted Cheerios when I get home, too. Done.
Yeah, thank you, Ann, and thank you, Sandra. Thank you for listening, and thank you for supporting the show. We appreciate you.
And thank you for a wonderful show.
Well, it's our pleasure. It's a privilege to do it. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll try to find some good news, and we'll keep searching. Your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you. And we should think of the health of the planet as well. The planet is our wealth as well, right? In the meantime, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. LTN, coast to coast and globally.
Everyone's raving about the newest